So on yesterday's video, I put out a quick little question and answer about living in New York City, and I answered a few of them, but the question that I kept getting over and over and over, I'm not even kidding, I probably had 150 variations of this question. How much does it cost to live in New York City? How much money do you spend living in New York City? Is living in New York City expensive? You get the gist. So today, since I have nothing else better going on, I'm gonna break down roughly my budget every single month for living in New York City. So I have five main categories: rent, food, fun, transportation, and then like phone and internet and stuff like that. I'm also not counting any of my business expenses, like ruining my camera because I take it out in torrential downpours, or dropping my camera because I don't pay attention when I'm riding my skateboard, or losing my camera in it. I have a lot of camera related expenses. I can tell you rent is the biggest expense and the biggest cost of living in New York City by far. I mean, it is absurd. Some of the places you can rent here, there are tons of apartments you can get. I mean, especially in this neighborhood, good luck getting a studio apartment for under $3,000 a month. It is crazy. This is an app called StreetEasy. It shows you a whole bunch of listings and rentals and sales of properties in New York, and in all of Manhattan there's 5,878 current listings on it. In the entirety of Manhattan on this app, the cheapest listing is $1,625 for this minuscule studio apartment in the Upper West Side. Obviously, rent is going to be your biggest expense living in Manhattan, and I live in a building very, very similar to one of these in the Upper West Side, and I pay $1,850 a month for a studio apartment. I actually did a full tour of the apartment, so if you guys want to see what $1,850 a month gets you in Manhattan, feel free to click the button right there. But yes, rent is of course a major expense living in the city. Mode of transportation in New York City, the subway. It's pretty good. It's not too slow and it's not too expensive. A monthly Metro pass like this costs $127, which isn't that bad. Thankfully, I have an electric skateboard, which cuts the cost of a Metro card by roughly $127 a month. It is legitimately almost too windy to ride this thing today. I've almost been knocked off my board twice just by the wind. Is a tricky one. I've sort of allotted a lot more money than I would like to spend on food, but that's simply just because New York has some of the best food in the world, and I don't want to deprive myself of just amazing tasting things while I'm here. On top of that, food in Manhattan especially is just a lot more expensive than anywhere else you're going to find in the country, except for like maybe Los Angeles. So $500 a month on food, it's a lot. But I mean, in Manhattan, it's not a lot. Phone. This honestly isn't a big expense. I mean, I pay $65 a month for like unlimited everything, Canada, Europe, texting, calling, and then I get free roaming in a bunch of countries as well. And then my internet is around $50. So let's just call that $120 a month on communication and internet, which I need, especially making YouTube videos. It's technically a business expense and I count it as such, but just for the sake of this budget, let's call it $120. So all of that stuff combined, we have rent at $1,850 a month. I have Subway at $50 a month. I have communication, internet, $120 a month. And then of course food is $500 a month. So that works out to, if my math is correct, $2,520. That leaves $480 left over, and basically what I spend that on is just fun, clothes, shopping, going out with friends, concerts, sports games. I would count in there is like the metallic silver helmet that I bought, or a hoodie that I have coming in the mail for next week, and stuff like that. I try not to spend all of that every single month, but that's the amount that I allow myself to spend on a month-to-month basis in New York. I know the days are slowly starting to get longer, except I still can't get used to just how quick it gets dark. I mean, the sun sets at like 4:30. Now, of course, the way I sort of budget out my life in New York 100% doesn't have to be the way you budget it out, or it's not even necessarily the right way or the best way to budget it out. And you can 100% do it for cheaper, and you can 100% do it for more expensive. But as far as a breakdown of how much money things cost to live a fairly average life in Manhattan, I'd say $3,000 a month is pretty standard. Now, as I said, that doesn't include business expenses, shoes, camera stuff, boosted boards. These are all things that I buy for my business because they help generate revenue from these videos. I hope you guys enjoyed watching though. I mean, I really enjoyed taking you around and showing you what things cost in this city. And if you want a more in-depth breakdown of maybe a $1,500 a month budget, a $10,000 a month budget, or you want to see some crazy expensive apartments or some crazy cheap apartments around New York City, just let me know down in the comment section below. And of course, if you're still watching at this point of the video and you're part of the real family that tunes in every day, has their notifications turned on, and watches every video, just comment notifications on down in the comments section below so I know you're part of the family. That being said, guys, I'm gonna get out of your hair. I appreciate you guys, and I will see you very, very soon. So until next time, peace.